you use the agenda to know what you need to do each day? So on the agenda, the first page has announcements that might be important for the week, and so you should look at all of these. Like this one told me that there's tests next week. Very important to know. Goes over the skills that are being taught, and it was Red Ribbon Week this week, and so it had something for each day. On this first slide, specials are listed, and there was a link to the agenda for specials, and on Friday there is computer, so what needs to be done in computer. Then for morning meeting, there's a link, so at 9:30, everyone should be showing up to morning meeting. So that's the first page in the agenda. That's what I should do there. There's nothing to really turn in necessarily unless there's something for specials, but this is the start of my day. Now, here's where we get to things that need to be turned in, and I'm just going to focus on Monday for right now. So if I just look at Monday, it's the beginning of the week, I'm trying to figure out what do I need to do. Well, I know that at 9:50 I have writing, and it says that there's going to be TDA skills with the extinction booklet, so I should have my extinction booklet out before writing because these are writing things and they go together. And it says that we're writing the body paragraph 1 and 2. Well, now, because I went to that class, I know that we got that almost entirely done in class, but that there was a place for that for me to have it. So when I click on it, it takes me to the Google Classroom, and I am able to see, okay, so during writing, so here on the agenda, writing, here in Google Classroom, writing, they're both at the top, they're both the first thing. During the live meeting, we're going to work on body paragraph 1 and 2 for the lionfish. And over here, if I hover long enough, or correctly, it says lionfish TDA page 1 and 2. Now, the first thing that comes up is your name. So you can't easily see what it is because your name is the first thing that it puts, and that takes up most of the visible space. But if I look, I can see, oh, look, there's the thing for writing right there. So when I open that document up, I will see that I was paying attention during whole group, and I have everything written right here. And then I'll also know that Mrs. Lopez put all of this in the chat when we were typing it so that I could copy and paste and put it in. So there's really no reason that I should not have this in my document as well. Let's go back to the agenda. I then see spelling. Now spelling, it depends on my list. Whichever list I'm on, then I would have the spelling work to do. So if I say maybe I'm a blue, it would give me an error message if I'm not. Oh, see, I was not a blue, so I need to go back to class. Perhaps then I was a purple. I'm a purple. So because I'm a purple, it tells me what I need to do for the week. On Monday, there's a word sort. And I know, because it's been here almost every week, there's one week that there wasn't a word sort, that my word sort is going to be in these slides. In fact, it's on this slide. And then I needed to sort these words depending on the categories that were given. And really, right now, I'm going to do this word sort because this word sort was pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to do the beginning of this word sort. And really, IL, so I'm looking for the ILs. Not a very hard thing to do. Now I should pay attention to the rest of these slides. It tells me the skill. It gives me my words. And then Mrs. Lopez leaves a lesson. And when you press play here, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lesson for Mrs. Lopez so that I can learn this spelling thing. Now there's also paper practice and online practice. And when I click onto the flippity, it would take me to that online practice. And then because I'm purple, I then have this. I can practice spelling them. I can take a quiz. And then there's the other fun things in flippity. So going back to the purple list here, it says that I need to do the connections to reading Google form right here, the connections to vocabulary Google form right here, and take the quiz right here. So before I turn this in, I should click on here, do the word sort, do my practice. I should have all of these different Google Forms done, and then I turn it in. Now when I go to a Google form, I would need to put in my first name and my last name, and those are backwards, and hit next. Then I need to do all of this work and then hit next. And it says, no, you didn't do it. So you need to go back and actually answer things. So I would do that. And when I'm done, as we can tell, I'm being very thoughtful about this. But it does tell me that I need to answer all of them. And I hit there, and then I can view my score. And I can see how I did. And guess what? Just guessing gave me a 1 out of 12. That's pretty bad. So do you know what? I could go back and I could do it again. And it would be okay because Mrs. Lopez said so. So then when all of that is done, then you would click Turn It In after it's all done. Going back to Monday, because on Monday I really shouldn't do all of that. But it does show me on spelling, word sort, connection to reading, practice, connection to vocab, and quiz. So it is spelled out throughout the week what I should do. I have a live lesson at 10:30, and it told me that there was a booklet that I should show. I should have gotten my booklet out to these pages to be ready. I can see that Group C is at 11, Group D is at 11:30, but that every group's individual work is linked there. And if I click on the letter, it would take me to the work that I needed to for my group. A and B should do their learning path on Monday. C and D should do their learning path on Tuesday. I also need to do the settings quick check because it's right here. It is listed on the agenda, so I'm just going down the list. I need to do everything on the list. So the settings quick check, it's another Google form. I need to answer everything. This one's only 1 page. It's only 4 questions. I hit submit and I'm done. Then there was a paper review for character traits. This is something you should have had in the envelope. However, if you didn't pick up your envelope, it is here. You would make a copy. That's working. It's slow. And then maybe I could see and say, oh yeah, I do have a copy of that. And then you could use your paper copy. For grammar, it says personal pronouns, learn and try. And that, actually, I can see at 10:30, we did most of that together. So I didn't actually even need to do it, but there's a copy here for me if I need it. Handwriting, there wasn't any on Monday, and this was a reward thing. So that is all of the things. And how would I know what I need to do? I would simply go right down. I need to do all of these things. There's an option here. There's different groups here. But besides that, everything is here for me to do, and it's linked. Now, I did want to go back here to the Google Classroom because I wanted to note that it's in order. The writing, first thing on the agenda, first thing here. Spelling, there's a reminder that there's separate work for spelling. Reading, it tells you what we're doing during the live lesson. It then lists the things that are for independent work. And then talks about the personal pronouns. So the Google form for setting is here. And then the other things are slides here. So I already looked at this one for writing. So this other one right here, this Google slide, are the personal pronouns. And this is what I should have done my learning in during class.